Guten Tag, Kinder. Wie geht's euch? Hoffentlich gut. Heute lernen wir Vergangenheitsformen. Was bedeutet Vergangenheitsformen? What is the meaning of Vergangenheitsformen? Vergangenheitsformen means past tense form. In German, there are three types of past tense forms. Es gibt drei Vergangenheitsformen in deutscher Sprache. Nummer 1 Plusquamperfekt, Nummer 2 Präteritum, Nummer 3 Perfekt. So now we will see in detail what are these three Vergangenheitsformen. First we will see what is perfect, Plusquamperfekt and Präteritum. Let's understand the difference between these three Vergangenheitsformen. So perfect. You have already learned perfect in standard 8. Perfect is used for recent past. Whatever things, whatever events have happened before 1 week, before 1 year, before 2 years, that means whatever is happened recently, for that in German language, perfect form is used. It is used more in the spoken form and it has a direct impact on the person. So basically, when you write anything in past tense, definitely you are not writing about 50 years ago. So you are supposed to write is it in perfect tense. Is this clear? Now let's understand about plusquamperfect. This is absolutely new word for you. Plusquamperfect is the past perfect tense. This is a tense which comes before perfect and präteritum. Whatever is happened before 2 days, that I will write in perfect. But if I want to write whatever has happened 4 days back, then I will use plusquamperfect. So it is a tense which comes before perfect or präteritum. So that's why it is past perfect tense. In the second term of standard 10, we are going to deal with this plusquamperfect. Now, let's understand about präteritum. Präteritum is used for remote past. Whatever has happened in history before 100 years, before 200 years, or in the fairy tales, which we don't know when it happened, long back ago, at that time präteritum is used. It is mostly used in the written form. This is the basic difference between perfect and präteritum. Perfect is used more in spoken form, whereas präteritum is used mostly in written form. For example, reports, newspaper articles, history, fairy tales, all these you can find in präteritum form, used in literary and documentary language. So these are the three Vergangenheitsformen. I hope the difference between these three is clear to you. When to use which tense is important to understand. So let's move ahead. So heute lernen wir Präteritum. So today we are going to start the grammar topic Präteritum. How to make the präteritum form? Whenever you make past tense form, how to make the past tense form? So the first rule is applicable for regelmäßige Verben. Verbs whose conjugation is regular one like machen, spielen, kaufen. Those verbs are called as regelmäßige Verben. And whenever you make the präteritum form of regelmäßige verb, you use Stammverb plus te. Stammverb means, for example, machen is the verb, its Stammverb is mark. When we remove en, it becomes the Stammverb. Spielen Stammverb is spiel, kaufen Stammverb is kauf. So we remove that en and add te, then it becomes präteritum form. For example, machen's präteritum form is machte, spielen präteritum form is spielte, kaufen präteritum form is kaufte. So these are the präteritum forms. But is it enough if we write only the präteritum form? No. Doing conjugation of the preteritum form is a must. You have to conjugate the preteritum form. You can't just write the preteritum form as it. You have to see its subject and you have to conjugate it properly. So let's understand how to conjugate the preteritum forms. So let's see how to write the conjugation of preteritum form. The most important rule. Ish and Eresi form remains the same in the conjugation. So Spielen's preteritum form is spielte. So ish and Eresi will be spielte only. No change in ish and Eresi. So ish spielte, du spieltest. St is added in case of du. Eresi spielte, same like ish. Wir spielten. In case of wir, we have to add n. Ihr spieltet. In case of ihr, we have to add t. And sie spielten. So what you will remember while making the conjugation, keep the same preteritum form for ish and Eresi. For du, add st. For wir, zz, add n. And for ear, add t. So this is the conjugation of Spielen's preteritum form, that is spielte. So do remember that whenever you write any sentence in preteritum, it is not enough just to write the preteritum form. You are also supposed to do its conjugation according to the subject properly. But as every rule has an exception, this conjugation or this rule has also a specific cases, special cases, which you have to remember that rule always while doing the preteritum forms. If the verbs are ending with den, ten, double ten, men and nen. For every ending I have given one example. Reden, warten, wetten, atmen und zeichnen. So whenever the verbs end with this endings, you need to add extra e between stem verb and ending te. Now in the earlier slide what we have learned, while making preteritum form we have to add te to the stem verb. But here only te is not enough, you have to add ete. So let's understand how to make the preteritum form of these verbs. Read is the stem verb, so you need to add ete. Read it. Warten, wart is the stem verb, so wart it. Wetten, wet is the stem verb, so wait it. Atmen, that means to breathe. At is the stem verb, so it will be atmit. And zeichnen, to draw. Zeichnen, en should be removed, that is the stem verb, so zeichnet. So these are the preteritum form of the verbs which end with den, tn, double tn, men and nen. But here also it is not enough just to write the preteritum form. We have to do the conjugation of that preteritum form. So let's understand how to do the conjugation of such verbs. Now let's see what is the rule of doing the conjugation of the preteritum form of such verbs. Verb stem e, te plus ending. So let's understand how to do the conjugation. Now arbeiten, it is ending with ten. So we need to add ete to make the preteritum form. Arbeit is the stem verb and we will add ete. So arbeitete is the preteritum form of arbeiteten. So that preteritum form will remain same for ish and eresi. Similar like the last example. So ish arbeitete, eresi also arbeitete. In case of du, you have to add st. So it will be du arbeitetest. Where you have to add n, similar like last time. Wir arbeiteten. Ihr arbeitetet, t is added here, and sie arbeiteten. So what you will remember? Ish and RSC, the pretertum form will remain as it is, no change. In case of do, add st. In case of wear, add n. In case of ear, add t. In case of zz, add n. And here also ish and RSC form remains the same. So I hope this special case is clear to you now. Now let's understand how to make the pretertum form of unregelmäßige Verben. In case of unregelmäßige Verben, you know these verbs are the verbs whose conjugation is not regular, like fahren, sehen, lesen, schlafen. These are unregelmäßige Verben. But while making its pretertum, there is no specific rule. Most of the times, pretertum forms of such verbs are formed by changing the stem vowel. What does it mean? Let's see with the help of example. Zum Beispiel, singen, sang, I had changed into a. Fliegen, flog, IE changes into O. Entscheiden, entschied. Geben, gab. Tragen, trug. So these specific pretertum form of unregelmäßige Verben you have to remember by heart. There is no other chance how you will remember it. You have to read such pretertum forms loudly every day so that you will remember them by heart. Now here keep in mind that it is not enough to just do the pretertum form. You have to do the conjugation of that pretertum form. So doing conjugation of the pretertum form is a must. So now let's see how to do the conjugation of such verbs. So now while making the pretertum form of such irregular verbs, unregelmäßige Verben, you have to keep in mind there is no ending in ish and RSC form. Whatever is the pretertum form, that remains the same for ish and RSC. Ish and RSC conjugation remains the same. The same thing is explained here. Now let's see it with the help of example. Here geben verb is given as an example. Geben's pretertum form is gab. So gab will remain same as it is for ish and RSC. Ish gab, RSC gab. For do we need to add st, so it will be du gabst. We are given here only n is not enough. In case of pretertum form of irregular verbs, you have to add en. So it is wir gaben, sie gaben, ihr gabt. For ear you have to add t. So just keep in mind ish and RSC form remains the same. For do st is added, wir sie en is added, and for ear t is added. But still, apart from this, there is also a specific case in case of unregelmäßige Verben. So let's understand about the same. So here also the same rule is applicable like regelmäßige Verben. If the stem of the verb ends with d or t, then you need to add extra e between d or t and the ending in case of do and ear. You already know such type of rule we also use in case of normal conjugation of verbs ending with d or t like finden, arbeiten. Here we already add in case of normal conjugation also est, et. Similarly, in case of pretertum form of the verbs, whichever pretertum form ends with d or t, you have to keep in mind to add extra e because it becomes easier for pronunciation. This is the only purpose here. So let's understand the same with the help of example. Finden, fund, it is ending with d. So we have to keep this rule in mind. As usual, according to the earlier concept, ish and RSC form will remain the same. So ish fund, do fund, RSC fund will be the same. In case of do, you have to add est instead of st. So it will be du fandest. Where you have to add en. ZZ also you have to add en. So wir fanden, ZZ fanden. But in case of ear, you have to add et instead of t. So it will be ear funded. So please keep in mind whenever the Stamm verb ends with Präteritum form, Stamm verb of Präteritum form ends with d or t, you have to add est in case of do, you have to add et in case of ear. Just keep this in mind. Now we will see the Präteritum form of haben, sein and modal verb. But just keep in mind that the Präteritum forms of haben, sein and all modal verb is used more often in the spoken language than in the perfect form. So while writing writing skill especially, keep these points in your mind. If you are writing about your class trip which you have done last week and you are writing to your aunt, this is the topic. So naturally everything you will write in perfect form, but in case of haben, sein and modal verb you will use Präteritum form. This you have to keep in mind. So let's see the Präteritum form of haben and sein. Haben's Präteritum form is hatte, sein's Präteritum form is war. So hatte and war will be same for ish and eresi. So let's read hatte conjugation. Ish hatte, du hattest, st is added, eresi hatte, wir hatten, n is added, ihr hattet, t is added, sie hatten. And sein's Präteritum form is war, so it will be the same for ish and eresi. Ish war, du warst, st will be added, eresi will be same war, wir, sie, en will be added, and ihr, t will be added. So wir waren, ihr wart, sie waren. So please remember the conjugation of Präteritum form of haben and sein by heart. It is important. Okay. So now let's see the Präteritum form of modal verbs. So the Präteritum form of modal verbs, Wohlen's Präteritum form is wollte, Dürfen's Präteritum form is dürfte without umlaut, Müssen's Präteritum form is musste, Sollen's Präteritum form is sollte, Könen's Präteritum form is konnte without umlaut, Möchten Präteritum form is möchte. Always remember the Präteritum form of all modal verbs is compulsory without umlaut. Umlaut should not come there. If you get a sentence in which there is a modal verb, always keep in mind that you will do the Präteritum form of modal verb. Whatever verb is at second place, you will do the Präteritum form of that verb. Okay. So now we will see how to use the Präteritum form in the sentence. So how to use it in the sentence? Nummer 1, arbeitet by Siemens. If in the exam this sentence is given and it is asked to you to convert this sentence into Präteritum form. So what is the verb at second place? Arbeiten. So what is the Präteritum form of arbeiten? Arbeitet. Now whatever is the Präteritum form, it is not enough just to write the Präteritum form, you have to do its conjugation. And here er is the subject, so you will conjugate the verb according to er, but ish and eresi form remains the same. So arbeitet by Siemens, so that will be the same thing, same Präteritum form. And always keep in mind that at the second place only you will use the Präteritum form. Now let's see about second one. Wir bleiben 10 Tage in Delhi. Here the verb is bleiben. Its Präteritum form is blieb, B-L-I-E-B. But it is not enough just to write blieb. You have to conjugate it. It is an irregular verb here. So its Präteritum form needs to be conjugated as per wir. So in case of wir, we put en ending. So we have to write here wir blieben 10 Tage in Delhi. So always put the Präteritum form at the place of the verb for which you are writing the preteritum form. So I hope the concept of preteritum is clear to you, and in case of any doubts, definitely you can ask me. Thank you.